How's it hanging, people? It's your boy MillzySawUs, your number one fella for lazy gaming and simulated FIFA, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 7, Episode January Part 3. And let's get started. So we are currently in the process of the January transfer window. We've been making a shit ton of transfers and many more to come. Wally has joined us already, but just a fair warning to my spectators and fellow subscribers, I am currently in the process of making my lunch. I have not eaten yet, I'm extremely hungry, but fear not, I'm going to continue broadcasting whilst eating my lunch at the same time, as well as preparing it. So you guys are going to have to be really patient with me, because I can't multitask as well as I think I can. Especially when it comes to extremely hot noodles and electronics. So my PS4 is almost my everything, so I do not want to get any of my noodles or any of its juices on my controller. So I like to take my time thoroughly in preparing my meal. But yeah, so basically Wally making demands already, wants me to sign Marco Asensio and Diego Jota. Now the reason he wants me to sign Diego Jota was because he thinks he is going to be the future Ronaldo. Now, it all depends on whether Diego Jota will be suitable to be in my team, to provide some kind of, I don't know, something new for the table. And I guess if Diego Jota is the future Ronaldo, then he's going to get us a lot of money. Now, I think he was talking from my youth academy. So let's just have a look at my youth academy. As we can see, no, he wasn't talking about my youth academy. He actually wants me to sign a player known as Diego Jota. Me and Wally, we just have that one thing in common. We love noodles. High five to you, Wally. I hope you can hear that and probably hurt your ears. I do apologise for that. And that is the beeper for my noodles, guys. So I'm going to leave Youth Academy on. I know it only looks at one player, but hey, just have a look at the names. I'm not going to be long, guys. You can probably still hear me as I travel all the way to my kitchen. Come here, lovely noodles. Hot. Very hot. Need a fork. And now I need to empty my juices. Lovely. My noodles smell incredible. Now, what I've gone ahead and done, guys, is made myself some curry chicken noodles. Smells divine, and I'm absolutely hungry. It's not as good as super noodles, but it fills a hole. Right, what do we have? Sign Afonso Mendes from the Youth Academy. Look at Wally making demands. Last time I checked, I was the manager. Alright. Let's have a look at this Diego Jota guy. Or is it Diago? There he is. Diogo Jota, 25-year-old striker from Pacos Pereira. He's 79 overall. Now, I don't normally sign players who have an overall of under 80. This is PSG. Now, what we can do, we'll start the bid at 14 million. We do his value. Now, why do you want me to scout Nigeria so badly? Now, I'll probably be able to do Nigeria next season. But not this one. Right. Good news. Isco is coming over to PSG. 88 overall, 29 years old, valued at 60.5. Okay form, content morale, currently plays for Valencia CF. We will cost us 300,000 a week. That's absolutely fine. We can totally afford that. Isco, welcome to PSG. We'll see you in season 8. Oh yeah. Jordi Alba, 88 overall, 32 years old, valued at 32 million. Dele Alli. Form is okay. Morale is content. Plays for Barcelona. 250,000 a week. Jordi Alba, welcome to PSG. Sean McDonald wants to understand the role he will have at the club. Sean, you will definitely be a sporadic first team player. Jordi Alba accepted. Antonio Sanabria, he wants to understand a role. Lovely jubbly. 5 years. Let's try 175. For a sporadic first team. Alright. Don't worry, Wally. I ain't going nowhere. Yummy, yummy. In my tummy. What about Gaitan? What about him? You want to get him? Don't forget, guys, we don't need anyone. I'm simply doing this to make money. This guy looks good. No, I don't think it would be a good idea to bring this guy on board, simply because I've got loads of left midfielders. He wouldn't fit anywhere on the squad. He would only just be loaned out constantly and end up getting really upset and regretting coming to PSG, and we don't need players to do that. I mean, yes, we upset a lot of players, but hey, sports war, man. Okay, Eric Lamella. He wants 220. We'll offer you 150, bro. Get Yuri Tillemans. I know he is. I used to have him in my team. I sold him. And I was thinking of bringing him back. But it's going to create too many problems if I bring him back. Don't worry, Thomas. I'm in pursuit of John Stones. I am trying to get him. Ooh. I don't want to bring in anybody that I don't want for the January transfer window, because the January transfer window is all about signing the pre-contracts. So the names that you guys are suggesting to me will be good for the summer. You're telling me that Max Meyer is better than Paul Scholes? Get out of here, Wally. Get out of here. No way. No way. Alright. Sadio Mane is a good player. I should try and buy him. But I don't need him at the moment. I have no reason to have him at the moment. Okay. Focus mode. Let's get through these contract deals. Right. Jaws Accord. Dum 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 dum. A lot of players needing to understand the role they want at my club. Stoke City said it's unacceptable for Laporte because he's too valuable for them. They want 57.5 for him. Let's try 50. He would only go in our second team. Yeah, Thomas, but I do. David Alaba is in my first team. He plays as he plays on the left-hand side of Matt Hummels in the back three. Made a couple of inquiries. Just for curiosity reasons. Now Barcelona want Paul Pogba, my best midfielder in my team. Pogba has recently signed a long-term contract with us and is one of our top players in his position. There's a chance they'll accept if we ask for a sum between 113 and 136. If Barcelona want him, they need to give me $200 million for Paul Pogba. No player is worth that kind of money, but that is how serious I am in not getting rid of him. Right, so FC Schalke 04, they like the player, but they just don't think the cash sum is enough for Diego Falcinelli. 82.5. They want 82.5 for Fabregas. They can piss right off. Wally, I'm 2 steps ahead of you, buddy. I've already got James Rodriguez in my team. Wait a minute, James Rodriguez. Oh, my boy Memphis wants to know his role at the club. I will tell him for 3 years on $325 a week. That's a substantial amount of money. You will be a squad rotation player, buddy. Danny Welbeck, he wants to understand his squad role for the next 4 years. Former Manchester United striker. You could be a sporadic first-team player for $150,000 a week for the next 4 years. We reviewed your transfer offer for Marco Asensio. They want $84 million for Marco Asensio. Let's try 75. Is he now, Wally? If you say so, buddy. Now, 57.5. For a player who's apparently the best player in FIFA, he's very cheap. He's very cheap. Yeah, why not? If he's apparently the best player in the game, then how comes when you go into SoFIFA or any other FIFA website for that matter, how comes he's not one of the top 5 players in terms of potential? And just because a couple of high-profile people said, you know, praised this player in real life, doesn't mean he's the best player in FIFA. For 1.5 for Maine, or Manny. I should try and get him for less. I think they'll budge for 35. I really do. That's cool, Wally, that's cool. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, buddy. You've stated your point, and that's fine. I believe you. I believe Maya is a really good player on FIFA. Is he going to fit into my squad? No. Do I want him in my squad? No. But since you're a long-term subscriber of mine, and you desperately want him in my team, I'll make the offer. You know, out of respect for you. Now, Valencia CF want Nicolas Soulé for 75.5. I really don't want Soulé to go. No way I want him to go. So the only way they can grab him off me is... You see, Wally, that just makes you look like a pleb. You just gone ahead and said that he has 90 potential, but you were joking because you realised he was 88. And that proves my point. So you must feel like egg. No disrespect. That's a good question, Thomas Pratt. What happens when everyone retires in this game? Well, we might be able to find out. Who knows? Now, I'm gonna put a bid for 200. 200 million as well. He's like one of my best defenders, so. Oh, Car Chuckle Man. I'm very sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope you get better soon. So, I never called you an egghead, Wally. I said you must feel like egg. Rewind if you don't believe me. Egghead. Alright, so Manchester United do not want Cruz. Do not want Cruz. Okay. I wonder if they do a straight swap for Fabregas. I'm very curious. LOL. Oh yes. Oh yes. So we've got a new spectator known as 2 FIFA-tastic. And he says, can you sub to me? I have 54, I need 60, please, you're the best. FIFA-tastic, why do I get the impression that you're only calling me the best because you want me to sub to you? I don't really fly by a brown nosing, to be honest, buddy. I'm sorry, but I don't like going around just subbing to people randomly. So we've got Mario Götze here. He plays for Manchester City, 87 overall, 29 years old. He's valued at 51.5. Okay form, content morale. Mario Götze, welcome to PSG. I hope to see you in Season 8. And what a spectacular signing. Then we've got Yevgen Konoplyanka, who is 86 overall, left winger, 32 years old. I want to hold out on this guy. I don't really, I mean, I know he's 86 overall, so he's over the 85 mark. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Something doesn't really feel right about this guy yet. I think there are more players that I'd rather sub. I mean, lol. That I'd rather sign at the moment. So I also said we've reviewed the offer you've made for Mesut Ozil. Unfortunately, we cannot go ahead with the deal because even though we are interested in the player you have offered, we do not believe that the cash sum is enough. I want 43 million. Smaller than 84. How about Smalling and 50? Alright, Stefan El Sharari. Can't agree to your terms because the wage you have offered me is too low. Okay. Yeah, but you are 83 overall, so I'm not particularly fussed about you. Let me think. 5 years. Gets paid 130. I think I offered him 150, so let's try 200,000 a week for a sporadic first team player. Okay, we'll throw Boney. Good to turn because the wage you offered me is too low. 2 years, my man. I think you should accept it. He wants 150. Gets paid 110. I think I offered 125. So let's try. Let's try 145. 145 to be a sporadic first team player. Christian Tello declined, but he could be persuaded. I think this would be my third offer to him. I do 130. $155, be a sporadic first team player. Transfer offer accepted for Mario Masaccio, $45 million. What does he want? I want 4 years. He wants 2. He's 87 overall, so I'm happy to give him 250. 4 years, 250. Let's see what he says. John Stones. I reviewed your contract offer with my agent and we can't agree on your conditions because I need to understand the role that I have at your club. Right. 3 years. 275. You will probably be a squad rotation player. Alright, approach has already been made for Ustinali. Where is Levin? Joining Everton when his contract expires. Brilliant. Let's remove him from our shortlist. Okay. Let's move on. We are not going to be managing the Colombian national team. Right. Can't agree to your terms because the wage you've offered me is too low. What about 150? Jordan Shaqiri. It's on about the wage. Let's try 185 for 5 years as a sporadic first team player. Barcelona. We reviewed the offer you've made for Sergio Busquets. Can't go ahead with the deal because even though we are interested in the player you have offered, we do not believe the cash sum is enough. They want 40.5. 40.5. What about 35.5? Ooh, Mr. Sturridge thinks he's a top player at his club and he feels this move doesn't suit him. Well, I did offer him the 250 and 3 years, but I guess being a squad player, he might want just a little bit more. So how does an extra 50 sound? Alright, so we can get Leo Baptistao, Yevgen, Danilo. Ooh, well. That shall be hard. Three years. Thomas wants me to get Bruno. Bruno? Who's Bruno? Don't know if that's a good idea, Pratt. I'm not too sure. Ah, Bruno. That's the one I think. He's got really high potential. You want me to bring a 37-year-old to my club? No way. Problem with that, Pratt, is that this PSG career mode, I played with default squads. I didn't download the latest squads. So Renato Sanchez wasn't about with the default squads. So I couldn't sign him. And to prove that to you, I'm going to show you. See? No Sanchez. Well, at least Milan is going to be off our backs for Sule. We're not going to be losing him anytime soon. That's cool, Wally. I wasn't really interested in Leroy Sane anyway. I was happy to get Ibrahimovic, and that was me. That was me done for the whole transfer window. Not too sure what to make of Bailey, because I've never heard of him and I've never seen him play. That Mkhitaryan from Borussia Dortmund, I'm quite happy about him being at the club. He could bring some flavour into the midfield. But Paul Pogba is definitely a big one. I would love it if he came to Manchester United. But if the guy was smart, you know, it all depends on how comfortable he is in terms of weather and language and expenses. Now, Alex Ferguson, you know, God bless him, arguably the best manager for Manchester United. He's not around anymore now, so Paul Pogba could make a name for himself at Manchester United now that he's built himself up. I don't know what YNWA stands for. So Stoke City have accepted $50 million for Laporte, so we're going to make a contract offer to him. 3 years, 300 sounds about right. We won't give him a squad role unless he asks. Now, I've got 3 players that I might bring along on the table. Alright. Karchak, I'm not being funny, but just because you had your first 6 seasons as shit doesn't not make you one of the best managers for Manchester United. Look at all the accolades he's brought to the table, and not to mention, Alex Ferguson was the man who, you know, was responsible for bringing Ronaldo to glory, and all the glory that came with the trophies that he had won at the club, as well as winning the treble. I mean, you don't see that often where a manager gets a treble. You know, it doesn't happen a lot in this day and age. You know, Manchester United, I think, are one of the only English clubs that actually have won the treble. But then again, I don't know that off the top of my head. That's something I'd have to probably research, which I'm probably not gonna, because football in this day and age, I've never been like huge on the knowledge side of things. I'm probably going to accept all these players. I mean, they are worth quite a bit of money, and it's all about first comes, first serves. So hopefully I'll have enough space for some more players. We'll just have to see. I'm just hoping we don't get a glitch. But now for your viewing pleasure, guys, we have a game in our hands. So we've got a home game against Toulouse, and looking at the card, we have 4 league games, 2 trophy games. Now with a trophy game just around the corner, I'm thinking we play the second team, then the first team for this trophy game, then the second team for this game against Nimes, first team for this trophy game, and then first team for the last 2 games of the month. So for now, let's play the second team. That kick that Cantona did, oh my god, what a beast. A beast of a player. Yeah, just a little heads up. Apparently, according to Wally, I've accepted that Liverpool are better than Manchester United. I don't remember saying that. I wonder if anybody in the comments section can alliterate like whether or not I accepted that Liverpool are better than Man United. No, I don't think they are. I think Wally's just acting like a dick. Needs to show a little bit of respect. Oh, so Wally, does that make Liverpool better than Man U when just because they knocked Manchester United out of the Europa League once in United's whole career? Wally, just sit down. Okay, we need to talk, Wally. We need to talk. Because obviously, your immaturity is very pathetic. And just because you know, I really can't be asked to answer every single person's comment during this stream, and I would pretty much rather play than read the comments that you are constantly typing. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you silence me. Now, if I said on the stream with the camera on that Liverpool were better than Manchester United, then you can gloat as much as you like on the comment section. Now, the fact that you really want to waste your time in trying to prove a point to me again on my stream, you might as well leave. Because quite frankly, I'm not feeling good, and I'm not going to sit here and waste my breath on some pathetic little compliments coming from a child. And for the first time on my YouTube channel, I have to talk down to you because you're acting like a dick. So if you don't want to stay here and handle the fact that you're a child and you're acting immature and you're being pathetic, then leave. Unsubscribe to me. Dislike this video if you want. If we're having banter, if we're having a laugh and a joke, it's fine. But don't come on my stream and give it all the big un when it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. I don't have a lot of football knowledge. I don't tend to argue about it a lot. I've got no reason to. I've got nothing to prove. And I ain't going to prove nothing to you because I don't need to. Because I'm a grown-up. I'm a grown-up. Compared to you, I'm a grown-up. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Thomas Bale hasn't been retired in this save. No, not yet, my man. He's still in my first team. I wanted to play my second team against Toulouse because a cup game is coming up. But as you can see, my second team really beasted this game. Unfortunately, Smalling received a red card. I believe he's trying to handle the fact that he's getting transfer listed this January. Zuma receives a yellow. Halilovic and Griezmann come off for the likes of Rodriguez and Ronaldo. But a very good game, especially from the likes of Benzema, De Bruyne and Hazard, who are our goal scorers today. Well done, lads. Right. So the next game coming up is in the Coupe de Ligue quarter-final against Stade Rennais. We are still on the warpath of trying to win the treble. Now, bear with me one moment, guys. So we've got loads of emails to get through, so we're going to get through them right away. I am sorry for a very lengthy episode. I do want to get through this transfer window as quickly as possible. But wonderful news, Memphis Depay is going to be joining PSG in Season 8 come next season for $3.25 a week. Grizagors, Kich, oh mate, I tell you what, I don't know if I can have him in my team simply because of his name. No disrespect to him, he's probably a really good player in this game, but that is going to be so hard to pronounce. I might as well call him Gors. Gors for short. G-O-R-Z, Gors. But Christian Benteke, $300,000 a week. Will be coming to PSG for Season 8. And fuck it, let's just put Gores in our team. Might as well. We have signed so many players and our wage budget has dropped from 3 million to 600,000. How hilarious is that? Alright. Sanabria thinks the wage is too low, so let's go. Let's try 195. 195 a week for the next 5 years as a sporadic first team player. In about 10 minutes time, guys, I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm not going to be streaming until later on today, I think. Probably not at all, really. I fancy playing something else. And I just don't feel too well, to be honest. Right, moving on. So we've done Sanabria. Now, Danny Welbeck, wage is too low for him as well. 235 for Danny Welbeck in the next 4 years as a sporadic first team player. That would be a huge bump in his wages. Wage is too low. Wage is too low for Moy Gomez. 3 years, 100,000. $220. Let's try 210 then. 210. Sporadic first team player. Granit Xhaka. Wage offered to him is too low. 5 years. I'm going to try 185. Sporadic first team. And it's done. Alright, Gauze. We already accepted him. Jan Sommer, wage offered too low. Let's try 175. 175 for the next 2 years as a sporadic first team player. Alright. Aston Villa have accepted for Sadio Mane of $35 million. Right, so the 83 overall, 29-year-old. He wants 2 years and 230. What if I want 5 years and 150? Alright, review the offer here for Luke Shaw. Alright, so they're not interested in Cruz at all. So let's try 30 million for Luke Shaw as a curiosity buy. Suspension is over for Max Hummels, nice to know. But Chris Smalling has been suspended due to his actions in the previous game. Huge shame. Alright, transfer offer unacceptable. They want 82.5. Let's try 75. Well, at least Arsenal accepted. Chris Smalling, 50 million for Mesut Ozil. He only wants 1 year, but I want 2. He wants 250. Yeah, I'm happy to give him 250. 2 years and 250. LOL! I was thinking the same thing, Carchuckle. I don't even want to mention it though, because I knew you would. Right, I've viewed your contract off again, agents. I'm a top player at my current club and don't feel this move suits me. Oh, so now he says it. Now he says it after all this time. Right, so 5 years, he wants 220. What if I was to give him the 220? No, that would be going against my rules. 215. All right. 5. Let's try 215 as well. Ooh, Real Madrid have accepted for Marco Asensio, $75 million. He wants 3 years, but I want 5. He wants 200 a week. That's only 40 grand more than what he's getting paid. Let's give it a go. FC Schalke accepted for Mayer. $4 years. So according to Wally, Maximilian Mayer is the best player in FIFA 16 and is going to be the best player in FIFA 17. That is what he clearly said. If you don't believe me, scroll up the comments section. Now, so this best player apparently wants 240. Now, I'm going to offer him. I'm going to offer him for. I'm going to give him an offer, right? I'm going to give him an offer based on how much I want him to be at my squad. I'll offer him £10 a week for the next 4 years, and I'll give him a bonus of 20%, you know? Crucial first team player, 4 years, £10 a week, and 20% bonus per goal. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But that's based on how much I want him at the club. Alright, so Valencia are going to leave us alone about Sule. Right, because I need to understand the role that I have at your club. Okay. Okay, for 4 years, 250. You would be a squad rotation player. Stones declines. His top player at his current club and don't feel as smooth suits him. We shall see, my friend. We shall see. Let's offer him 300,000 for the next 3 years. Now, I'll tell you what, Wally. If he accepts that deal alone, I will put him in my first team and play him every game. Just so you could prove to me whether he's savage or not. If he even accepts that deal alone, I'll be shocked. Alright guys, I'm ever so grateful to say that I'm going to end the stream right there. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I've been your boy MillzySawUs, your #1 fella for lazy gaming and simulated FIFA, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Big shout out to the Car Chuckle Xbox. Take care and goodbye. Oh, and Wally as well, I suppose.